Hi, my name's Anthony Cummins and I'm the author of True Path of the Ninja. Right, when was the first recorded use of the word shinobi? This has become a big debate, so what I'm going to do now is go through some information for you and we'll discuss when it was first recorded. Okay, the argument so far is that some people believe that the word ninja or shinobi was created after the Sengoku period, or just at the end when everything was calming down, and that it was invented and romanticized. So what does history say? So when we're talking about this, we mean the kanji heart and blade to mean shinobi, or endurance or stealing in. Many people think the Nimpuden, or say the Nimpuden, is the first real use of the kanji for shinobi in the context of ninja. There are certain people that don't believe the Nimpuden is real because it's a transcription from 1731 1733. Now, so some people would say that that was written in 1733 and they just used the name to validate it and they gave it a false date. Now this is open to debate. My personal belief through studying it is it's totally correct and real. So that makes the argument that people say the word ninja was invented at the turn of the 1600s. So we have to find kanji that predates this to prove that the shinobi were the real deal and they really were there and they were called shinobi and they did shinobi-like things. Okay, now we actually discovered this piece of evidence quite a while ago, but in my infinite wisdom I was trying to save it because Shinobi Soldiers 2 is coming out, so I was trying to save it for a video for when that comes out. I'm reviewing Martin Fox's book at the moment, Becoming a Ninja Warrior, and I'm reading it now, and what do I come across? Right there, the same piece of evidence that we had. So I'm going to indulge you now and show you what Martin's come up with, and I'm going to go a bit deeper into it and show you the background reading we've done. Okay, the oldest reference to the actual kanji shinobi that we can find in reference to a ninja is in the Taiheiki, which is the late 1300s, and it's a chronicle. So what does it say? Well, it actually talks about a shinobi, or an excellent shinobi, creeping in to a castle in the wind and the rain and doing shinobi-like things there. So it's definitely talking about a ninja, and it uses the word shinobi. So we've got our date of 1300s, late 1300s, and we've got the use of shinobi, an excellent shinobi, in the context of ninja things, but that wasn't enough because I know through transcriptions things change. So what we need to do at the Historical Ninjutsu Research Team is push that back even further and try and see how far we could get. So we started looking at copies of the Taiheiki. Now there's a free one online, and that's 1603. Now, and it's got shinobi, and it's got it many times, and it's throughout the entire thing really. When ninjas are mentioned, it's got the kanji shinobi. But that's 1603, even though it's a copy of an early manuscript, you don't know whether they've adjusted for it. So the search started to find an older version. So we found this version, which is the oldest. However, only one chapter survives, and I think this is from the 1400s, this version, and one chapter survives, but it isn't the chapter that mentions shinobi, so we couldn't get that one there. So we moved on to Tokyo University and we found this version. Now this version at Tokyo University actually dates from 1520 to 1550, somewhere around there, and Yoshie, bless her in her infinite amazingness, swapped on down to the university, and she wasn't allowed to look at the original, but she was allowed to look for a kanji to kanji transcription. There was no errors, no differences, everything was perfectly as it was in the original. So she checked it, and lo and behold, there it was, the oldest reference to the word ninja. So that was a 1520 version of the 1300s Taiheiki. So at least at 1520 they were writing the word shinobi to mean shinobi or ninja. So what can we conclude? Right, what we can conclude is from now, 2010, all the way back on every transcription, back to 1520, they've used the same kanji for ninja, which is shinobi, or excellent shinobi. So because all the documentation has been destroyed now, up to the original 1300s one, what you have to do is look at this in context. Now, most people who disbelieve or go against the theories of the shinobi say that the word ninja or shinobi was invented around 1600 and then the Edo period gave it a big boom. But no, 80 years before that, they already had it concrete in their mind that a shinobi was a shinobi with the heart of blade kanji. Okay? So now, because we've passed that central line where we think it was invented, No, you go straight into the beginning. You go straight into the mid Sengoku period at that time. So what that means is the high probability that the version before it and the version before it all had the same kanji. So the conclusion is there, and it can never go any further than this unless an older version comes up, is that yes, the word shinobi and the ninja existed in Japan from the late 1300s minimum with the kanji that we all know today, and that since the 1300s it has kept on, which basically tells us that the shinobi as a profession, or the shinobi as a skill set, and its name has existed for a very long time. It's existed in Japan. Very interesting, but Martin in his new book has beat me to it, so he's the first to publish that as far as I'm aware, and I'll be the second again. So well done, Martin. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.